Hi, I'm Molly Jarvis with Cherokee Nation Businesses here at Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, and you're watching Explore Tulsa.
Hello, it's great to have you with us for our year-end wrap-up of Explore Tulsa. And this week, we'll take a peek at several of our most interesting segments of 2012.
Like when we met former hee-haw fiddle queen, Jana Jae.
Let's not forget our downtown historical tour of the Tulsa tunnels.
Plus the very flamboyant Biker Fox.
And several more favorites. Hi, I'm Stevie Fernandez.
And I'm Trish Whitmer. Thanks so much for celebrating this week's Explore Tulsa with us.
And this has been an amazing year for our fair city. The BOK Center was recognized with a ticket sales ranking, making them the 13th busiest arena in the U.S.
Wow, no doubt, with acts playing there in 2012 like the Red Hot Chili Peppers, Kiss, Rod Stewart, and Van Halen.
Plus, in 2013, Justin Bieber will take the BOK stage. And I bet Trish has those front row tickets.
Oh, you betcha. But I would enjoy seeing Jana Jae up there.
I'm Jana Jae, a professional violinist and fiddle player. And before I was 7, we lived in New York. And so Mother's family was in Idaho at the time, her parents. So we went to live with my grandparents, and that's Granddaddy, who's the fiddle player. And Grandmother is a pianist, and they had a 40-acre fruit farm. Every night they would play. And at the same time, Mother was basically teaching me, continuing with the classical part, and I studied with a lady from the Boise Philharmonic and so forth and so on. And then I went to all these music camps, Interlochen, International String Congress, and got scholarships to all these places. Then I studied in Vienna at the Vienna Academy of Music. When Buck hired me to be a member of his band, that was a big departure because they had girl singers in country music, but no girl instrumentalists. But it was the best thing I ever did because it became a trademark. And the hee-haw experiences were just great fun because, lots of laughs, lots of kind of family atmosphere, and we just had a great time. I've had a wonderful time. We do a huge fiddle contest, a national fiddle contest and clogging contest. It's the American Heritage Music Festival. So we do the fiddle clogging, and we have 3 stages of entertainment. Tulsa is so central, so I moved to Tulsa and have never regretted it. Better for my children, everything. Wonderful. And then I bought this house up on the lake, and my mom said, "Gosh, Jana, how far are you from Veneta?" I said, and Mother is in Idaho. And I said, "How do you even know about Veneta, Mom?" She said, "Well, just tell me how far away you are from Veneta." And I said, "Oh, about 30 miles. Why?" She said, "Grandmother and Granddaddy used to live there." And I just couldn't believe it because I didn't know about this strong Oklahoma connection. And here we are, I came full circle.
To find out where you can catch up with Jana and her blue fiddle, visit janajae.com.
2012 brought us many amazing changes to downtown, including the new Hardesty Art Center and the outdoor family hangout Guthrie Green.
Plus, there were so many new businesses popping up in and around the area.
Many of those are brought to us by young entrepreneurs, leading the charge for downtown revitalization, like Eric Marshall.
My name is Eric Marshall, and I'm the founder and brewmaster of Marshall Brewing Company, a craft brewery located here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. We're about 4 years old, and born and raised, went to Edison High School, graduated in 2000, 2004 graduate from the University of Tulsa. So I've been here pretty much my whole life, with the exception of living in Germany for a little while and living in Philadelphia for a little while. I was definitely not a chemistry major or a science guy at all. I actually have a degree in international business and German. So I really got into brewing more from the cultural side of it. When I studied over in Germany in college, I really fell in love with the beer and brewing culture. And like most college kids, like to imbibe in a few beers now and again. And so had a great time and really loved the way that the beer and the brewer was celebrated in the German culture. Loved the fresh, local beers you were drinking there, and really came back to Oklahoma, back to Tulsa, and wasn't really afforded that opportunity. And started getting a little serious into homebrewing with the older brother and with my dad, and just really decided that it was something I was interested in, and obviously seeing the need for it in Tulsa, gave me further validation that, hey, this might be something to look into. We want Tulsans and Oklahomans on a whole to be proud of what we're doing and take ownership and say, oh, you got to try our local beer. And so for people to really embrace what we've been doing and continue to embrace what we're going to do, that's really exciting for us. And for people like Elliot Nelson and Blake Ewing and Libby and Jeremy Auld from Elote, and these people who are really jumping in and doing their thing and adding their flavor and their spice to Tulsa and to downtown and really letting it grow is just, it's awesome. And, a lifelong Tulsan, I'm loving seeing this happen. I'm loving being a part of it. I'm loving watching it grow. And so it really is a lot of fun, and I'm just happy to be part of it.
To learn more about Eric Marshall, visit marshallbrewing.com.
When we come back, we learn a little Tulsa history too, with a tour of downtown from Bandana Tours, next on Explore Tulsa.
Shopping for authentic Native American gifts has never been easier. Whether you're looking for jewelry, art, or official Cherokee Nation apparel and books, you're sure to find all the perfect items in one place. Cherokee Nation Gift Shops. With 8 convenient retail locations, or shop online at CherokeeGiftShop.com. And don't miss our official Cherokee OU and OSU merchandise. Cherokee Nation Gift Shop. Convenient, affordable, authentic.
The solution to broken electronics is not always to start shopping. At Video Revolution, we have free estimates on all types of electronic repairs like TVs, camcorders, VCRs, DVDs, computers, and audio equipment. If it's broke, we can fix it, and that will save you money and the landfill a heap of heartache. For 28 years, Video Revolution has put an army of electronics back into the homes to live to fight another day. Join the revolution, Video Revolution, on the northwest corner of 71st and Lewis.
For a taste of Italy in Tulsa, may we recommend Ti Amo. For 20 years, Tulsa diners have come to Ti Amo for the very best in authentic Italian and Mediterranean dishes. With a dining room perfectly suited for single diners or groups and an incomparable menu, it's easy to see why Ti Amo has been voted best Italian restaurant in Tulsa. Ti Amo now with 2 locations, 61st and Sheridan, and our new downtown location on the northeast corner of 3rd and Cheyenne. Ti Amo, fine dining at an affordable price.
Thanks for staying with us for more Explore Tulsa. And the year 2012 brought Bill Cosby to Tulsa.
That's right, Trish. He was here for the Booker T. Washington celebration of their centennial anniversary.
Throughout that last 100 years, Tulsa has seen so many changes.
Some of those we learned about when we went looking for the Tulsa tunnels with Bandana Tours.
Hello, I'm Owen Freshley with Bandana Tours of Tulsa. We've been in business for over a decade now, and it'll be my pleasure to give you a tour today. Some Old English derivation for you. Gargoyles were, in fact, the protectors of buildings, and they got their derivation because water would come rushing out down the drain pipes and out the mouth of the gargoyles, which would make a gargling sound. And notice as we enter the building, the Philcade, built in 1931, the original brass grates on your right and your left from when the building was first air conditioned in 1937. So the first thing you'll notice is the gold leaf paneling atop the crown of the building. Once originally all gold, the building was uninhabited for a number of years, and the gold panels were replaced so as during its unoccupancy they wouldn't be marauded. But the walls are St. Genevieve marble, and Waite Phillips' wife was named Genevieve, so it was in tribute to her that he built this. $2.5 million was the cost of building this building, and that was in 1929. The cost today could be upwards of $30, even $40 million. These pieces were hand cut and shipped to Tulsa separately from Italy. These chandeliers were built by the Empire Chandelier and Glass Company of Sand Springs, and they were $300 a piece, which was the same cost at the time of a Model T Ford. And as we exit, I want to point out the original brass framework, the ornate designs, and the brass door frame here. Beautiful stuff, really. I'd like to thank you for joining me today. And I'd like to especially thank Explore Tulsa for their time. I hope I can see some of you in person. Thank you.
To go on the tour of downtown for yourself, visit bandanatours.com.
It's not quite 100 years old yet, but Steve Sundry has been a Tulsa staple for the past 65 years.
And many a Tulsan has grown up belling up to the soda fountain at Steve's.
Steve started in 1947 at 12th and Harvard, next to the original Moody's. And Steve was down there for 6 years. And both he and Ernest needed to get bigger spaces, so Steve made the bold move to come up to 26th and Harvard, not much around us. And this was way before the Broken Arrow Expressway was put in. He'd always carried a selection of magazines from his early days down at the first store, and his distributor said, hey, why don't you try a few paperbacks? We carry those as well. So I said, what have I got to lose? So he added some paperbacks in there, and it grew from there. The soda fountain originally came from Quaker Drugstore, which was down, I believe it was like an 18th and Boulder. They had decided to close, and when Steve was down opening up his first store, he talked them into moving it in. And the gentleman who had serviced their ice cream said, I'll move it, I'll put it all together for you if you just promise to buy your ice cream from me. So there was always the neighborhood gangs who always hung out here. In fact, Steve was known for really watching over the neighborhood kids and making sure that everything is as it should have been. I was tossed out a couple of times, just, being a kid. Everybody needs a shot at getting their book into a bookstore and having a signing, and that's, again, one of our niches that we do. We have tons of local authors who have been through the store. Some of them have moved on to bigger publishing houses, and some have not, but yet they had their chance at fame here at Steve's. We provide a service for Tulsa. It's a gathering place. You never know who you're going to see when you come in, and it's just a fun place.
You can find Sundry's at 26 in Sheridan or visit them online at stevesundrybooksmags.com.
Coming up, a familiar Tulsan that celebrated a birthday last week. I bet he was on his bicycle too. See if that's enough information for you to guess who our next foxy guest is when Explore Tulsa continues.
Frustrated with your computer's performance? Looking to upgrade or repair the one you have? Arcade Computers at 5649 South Mingo in Tulsa has the solution. Arcade Computers sells new computers, used computers, and provides network installation and support. Keep your system running at its top performance. We offer the highest trade-in values and below market prices on late model desktop computers, laptops, network equipment, workstations, and monitors. Stop in or call us. Our expert technical staff will be glad to assist you.
Where were you on the night in question?
I was at Video Revolution. They're open till 7 Monday through Friday, 6 on Saturdays, and 5 on Sunday.
There anyone that can testify to the accuracy of your story?
Yeah. All the salespeople were caring and friendly, and they knew everything about home entertainment, all my home entertainment needs, and from HD TVs to camcorders and 3D TVs.
The evidence all points to Sony choosing Video Revolution for major growth as an Oklahoma independent retailer. Video Revolution even offers a 30-day lowest price money-back guarantee. The facts are evident, with features and prices you won't find at a big box store. My investigation is proof positive for the best service before and even after the sale. It would be a crime not to stop by Video Revolution.
The Royal Dragon at 51st and Memorial in the Fontana Shopping Center is celebrating their 35th anniversary, and you're invited. The Royal Dragon has been and still is Tulsa's tradition to meet family and friends for a wonderful meal. It's also home of the all-day buffet. A full menu is available if you prefer. When it comes to planning holiday events, weddings, receptions, birthdays, or an anniversary, the Royal Dragon has private rooms or you can use the entire restaurant.
We're very happy you decided to stay with us on Explore Tulsa as we continue to look back on the year 2012.
2012 saw Jinx reclaim the mountain by putting an end to Union's streak of 4 straight titles in 6A football.
But not before Union did what no other had done before. Go undefeated for the entire season and claim the 6A state basketball championship.
Just goes to show you how working out hard can make a huge difference in your life. Just ask Biker Fox.
Biker Fox is this very serious businessman, very serious about my business, but I'm also a kid at heart, so I get out there, love to enjoy life, and on the internet I put out these crazy, funny videos, and they may not be the exact person I am, but it's just, you know, it's like any entertainer. You want to put out some videos that's different, something to get people's attention, you know, and that's what I do. I love Tulsa. Tulsa's my hometown. I grew up here. Tulsa's such a beautiful city, and the people in it, they're just the nicest, most humble people you could ever meet. They really are. Their hospitality is like no other in the United States. I appreciate everybody honking and waving. I really enjoy it. It makes me feel good to know that people do see me, and hopefully they're getting my message, and I hope they hear my story like we're doing now, and I can tell them that eating fried food, eating all the wrong foods, and not exercise, you're not going to feel good. And if you exercise, eat right, you'll feel so much better and enjoy life. You really will. And so now I'm out there just riding around. I hope people see me, and you know, I'm 55 years old now. I do a front flip on a bicycle, and I hope people recognize that and see that when you do, it doesn't matter if you're 50, 60, or 70 years old, if you exercise and take care of yourself, you can always feel like a kid. Come on and join me.
Biker Fox never ceases to amaze me. And if you're in the market for parts to your muscle car, visit billionsandtrillions.com.
Now for something completely different.
All right.
We take it to the air in a couple of amazing World War II biplanes.
I became a pilot back in 1980 because at that time the Air Force started hiring pilots off the street. After I graduated from college, I applied and was accepted and went into pilot training. People compare pilots to artists, and the flying to begin with is more of a science, and I never can remember if it's a left brain or a right brain thing when it's scientific, but after a few years and experience, it switches brains and it becomes an art. So what it is now to me is I know how it should look. So it's become an art for me, I think. I got into flying the antique aircraft about the same time I got out of flying the military airplanes. And the first one I bought was the Stearman, which is the yellow biplane.
My dad was a pilot who was in the Civilian Pilot Training Corps during World War II. He was getting a degree in chemistry from the University of Missouri. His brother was killed in a B-24 on one of the raids over the oil fields in Romania during World War II, which left him an only surviving son. He had a degree in chemistry, so they wanted him to come to Tulsa to work in the chemistry lab at the Mid-Continent Refinery here. So he never actually flew in the military, but after the war, he and 2 other fellows bought a surplus Stearman for the princely sum of $1,000. So perhaps my first ride in an airplane was in the front seat of a Stearman, sitting in my mother's lap with her holding on to me. That's long enough ago. The FAA didn't probably have an interest in that right now. You really can't own one of these airplanes. You have the privilege, which I consider a privilege, to be able to preserve a piece of history. And my goal is to pass this airplane in good condition on to a new generation that will come along and keep that going for us.
Paul and Stephen really go all out to keep that part of history alive, and from time to time, you'll catch them out flying around over T-Town. Give them an Explore Tulsa wave.
Still to come, we learn how technology has changed the t-shirt business.
And we meet an artist keeping some of Detroit's finest looking showroom new when we return with more Explore Tulsa.
Since 1964, Guitar House of Tulsa is the player's choice. We provide excellent customer service and the best selection on guitars, basses, mandolins, banjos, ukuleles, and amplifiers in Tulsa. Check out the latest products from PRS, Martin, Taylor, Spector, Charvel, Takamine, Alvarez, Mesa Boogie, Orange, and many more. Open Monday through Saturday. Ask about our string instrument repair, 0% interest financing, and private lessons with the best instructions in Tulsa. Guitar House of Tulsa. We'll keep you strumming along. Envision Media Group has teamed up with Video Revolution, Tulsa's leader in electronic sales, service, installation, and repair, to offer the latest advances in video production technology to the Tulsa area. From multi-camera HD production to live web streaming and TV studio production, Envision Media Group provides production services to television stations, sports organizations, corporations, and agencies. Envision Media Group's team of professionals has over 50 years of combined broadcast television experience. And thanks to Video Revolution, we now have all the latest toys and capabilities at our fingertips to produce your next project on time and on budget. Envision Media Group and Video Revolution are a powerful team and ready to tackle any video project needs you might have. For more information, visit us online at envisionmediagroup.com. Envision the possibilities.
Hello, and welcome back for more Explore Tulsa.
Out with the old and in with the new brought a whole new meaning for Tulsans when the city switched up the way we deal with trash.
I'm just still trying to figure out what day is trash day.
You know what you need? A t-shirt that tells you when. And I know just the guy who could set you up, Jay Kennan at Integriteez.
I'm a fireman here in Tulsa, and I got really frustrated with the people that were doing my fire department t-shirts. I tried 2 or 3 different companies, nobody ever got it right, so I thought, gotta be a better way to do it. I didn't know anything. I was so frustrated that I actually drove to Tulsa and I maxed out a $10,000 credit card buying equipment, and then I took it home and put it all in my garage and just learned how to set it up. It took me about 3 months before I printed a t-shirt. I'd never seen it done before in my life. When I first started, I was using a manual press where you actually put the t-shirt on a board and bring a screen down and you scoot the ink back and forth with a squeegee. Then you go to the next color and you do it again until you have all the colors that you put on a t-shirt. And now we use just fully functional automated equipment that basically an operator loads the shirt, pushes a button, and it goes around the carousel, prints each color individually and stacks the colors on top of each other. And then we have another operator pull it off and put it on the dryer. Now the technology we have is called direct to screen. We're the only ones in Oklahoma that have this technology where we actually write directly on the screen with a machine. It shoots hot wax in little bitty tiny dots all over the screen, very accurate and very precise. There's no other method that will hold this type of resolution. Well, with our company, since we're a contract screen printer, we decided to start our own clothing line. And we've drawn shirts for Trick My Truck CMTs, Trick My Truck, and other trucking shows and magazines and publications. And we decided to start selling them at the truck stops. And we started out in Joplin, Missouri, and now we have truck stops all over the United States. We also have dealers in Hong Kong, China, Japan, United Kingdom, Australia. So we have dealers that we send our pre-printed designs to, and they sell them all over the world. Tulsa has just been awesome to us. We do a lot of work for the city of Tulsa and for the Tulsa County, and just a really good population here in Tulsa that are great customers.
Now you know what would make a great t-shirt?
What's that?
The new Tulsa Sound, being created in 2012 by legendary musician Leon Russell at the Church Studios.
That would be cool. And for me, though, the best place to listen to any of Leon's music is in a sweet muscle car, like those that we're going to find at Buck's Classics and Customs.
I've always had an interest in classic cars and custom cars. I'm also an artist, but I never thought I could make any money with artwork, so I didn't do that. So what I did, so I got in the Marine Corps, I'd already was working on a couple of projects of my own, and people were able to see some of the work I had done, and it was apparently excelled what they expected. and I started getting people bring me cars to do, and then I had to buy or rent a place. I leased a place first, and I changed the name of my business a couple times only because the fact is I got bigger and things like that. I tried to make it sound better and make it more interesting for people. And so I've been doing it ever since I've got back from Vietnam. I couldn't get a regular job because I wanted to fly, but it didn't work out. The old cars are far better investments, I can tell you that. I've never had a car that I owned personally and kept that I didn't make a profit on, a big profit. And that's probably the reason that the old car business has been so good for me and for my customers, because it's never going to go down. And they're always going to appreciate in value. It's like any antique. But the beauty of a classic car is that it will increase in value while you drive it. And it's about the only investment I know of you can drive around and enjoy. I like Tulsa. I mean, I like Oklahoma. I don't like the winters. I don't like the summer, but it's the people are good here. I have good friends. I have people I enjoy to be with. I've been East Coast, West Coast, and I prefer this area probably over any other state. The only other state I'd think about going to would be Dallas or Texas, but I don't want to go to Texas. It's too hot there.
If you have a vintage ride that needs a makeover, you need to visit bucksclassics.com.
My car needs a do-over.
Oh wow, I can definitely agree with that. Stick around, we'll be right back with more Explore Tulsa.
Looking for a new home entertainment experience? Well, hi, and welcome to Video Revolution, Tulsa's best in cutting-edge electronics. Professional, highly trained home entertainment experts. Video Revolution's been serving Tulsans for over 25 years with name brands like Sony, Klipsch, Mitsubishi, Samsung, and so many more. Great selection, price match guarantee, custom installation, expert assistance equals home entertainment success. See for yourself. The Video Revolution showroom features the largest selection of flat panel TVs in all of Oklahoma. Plus the latest in 3D entertainment. Highly trained home entertainment experts on hand. Professional delivery, installation, and service after the sale. And the best selection of name brands. Visit us online at videorevolution.com and find out more about everything we have to offer. Video Revolution, located on the northwest corner of 71st and Lewis.
Special thanks to all of you who took the time to watch and be a part of Explore Tulsa throughout the year 2012.
I wish there could have been more time to fit everyone in throughout this look back on 2012, but luckily there is always next year. So who knows? You could be next.
Well, that's all the time we have for you on this week's show. As always, each week we feature the people, places, and attractions that make us proud to call Tulsa our home.
Hey, don't forget to like us on Facebook. Share with us someone you think Tulsa should know more about. Plus, remember, Explore Tulsa is always brought to you by Video Revolution, located on the northwest corner of 71st and Lewis.
If you're looking for home audio, home video, HD TVs,
or you want to check out the latest in 3D entertainment,
please stop by and say hello to Ron and all the guys for your home entertainment needs. And we'll see you next week right here on Explore Tulsa.
Say bye to 2012.
See you next year.